Welcome to 5-day challenge that this is the day 2. Culture expectation. Let me take it off this and probably is going to be better. So here we are again. Thank you for coming to the day 2. Our culture expectation, how that affect our burnout. And why does dispute happen between people with a different personal culture? We are the product of a unique culture that we built from the moment we are born. We picked from parents, from teachers, from neighbors, from boss, from coworkers, media, tradition, language. As a result, we create and we have the reference point of good and bad, and we have our expectation and references to comply with our culture, family, or city, or organization, or country culture. Therefore, we create our own identity. And based on our perception, on our own culture, we compare ourselves with the world. So, it's extremely important. Therefore, we create our identity, and based on our perception or of our culture, we compare ourselves, and we are aware or not. Everywhere we go, we bring our piece of the culture and adjust to every situation, relationship, or experience further in a life. So I am coaching executives from USA, China, Russia, Korea, India, Turkey, Albania, South America, and I found out the significant problem from the culture awareness, communication, and relationship management style. A common problem in many cross-cultural situations is that we compare communication styles of what we accustomed to, and then we judge against them. It is behavior that is considered normal. We are often quick to assign questionable or even lousy intent to those behaviors who we are not accustomed with. At early age, I learned that I have to adjust my style of interacting with members and other members' cultures, ethnics, and backgrounds in my workplace. So developing a fundamental knowledge of these cultural differences and striving to suspend judgment as you encounter feedback styles that may be far more direct or indirect than you are accustomed to, can make the difference between helpful or hurtful evaluation of your team member. Here are the action steps to keep in mind for you in a time of change that your employee are outside that screen that you teach every day or you deal with every day. We are in digital world, everybody working from home. Be open-minded as this difficult for us as a human because we are wired to jump to conclusion about everything. When we encounter something we don't consider normal, our immediate relax is reject that behavior or judge that somehow. So, still, you need to be aware as where you and these various behavior and beliefs within country and region and neighbor and collaboration and institutions. It's extremely important to educate everybody in this time of change how we operate as the differences and to see what is the same, not what is the different. While negative feedback can be challenging to hear for many people, the intent of this culture usually is not to hurt you. The feedback is being delivered according to the culture norms in a way that is considered constructive from the other person. This helped me and many executives to build emotional intelligence and upgrade our mindset. Self-awareness is a must in emotional intelligence. Understanding one natural tendencies is essential first step. Where is your comfort zone. Learn, adapt, and practice. Every single day, I do that. Learn, practice, adapt, and practice. When you know your natural tendencies, you can develop a micro behavior portfolio to address tension that you cannot manage well. All of us have weaknesses. And contextual awareness. It is to becoming more effective means of expanding your current approach to incorporate new behavior and know when to focus more on one side of the tension to the other. Yet it requires both this kind of awareness and emotional intelligence, resourced directly from the surrounding of social environment we are in today. So much division in our humanity today. We really need to come together because in end of the day, we are all human. Be better by making a note of cultural nuances from other people and act accordingly on communicating across the cultures. Get inside and get to the root why the other person is acting that way. Be a good listener. Let others know that you are interested in them and not coming from the place of authority, of judgment. Observe and reflect. It's extremely important to be aware of this kind of language we use and be genuine curiosity. Use humility and vulnerability can go a long way with your employees, relationship, and associates. Treat everyone with respect, which means look again. See essential and to look people to new angles and want to learn and not just to learn and to hear them well. Above all, speak from your heart. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Practice compassion. Everybody has their own good and bad day, especially in this drastic change shift we are experiencing today. When a coworker is having a rough time or miss deadline or does something out of the character, don't immediately dismiss them. Practice this by fostering an environment of openness with your colleagues. Be open about when you are having a hard time. Ever last night sleep with the kids and or help them with the homework? Go to the next morning, apologize before in advance for any aloofness in your job that day. Foster trust with your colleague by being transparent. When you share updates and feedbacks, people read you. Practice transparency. Explain your decision, making yourself available for question and responding positively to honest feedback. Communication, once again, in every way, is significant role in every relationship. Make it a point of courage, face-to-face communication with your office here in Zoom calls. Approachable and humble executives are kind of leaders that most employees wanted to see in their workplace. Collaborate with others whenever is possible, especially if you want to learn from them and make sure that they know they are appreciated for contribution. While it's essential to hold yourself on other people's accountable and checking too often to them or little mistakes your employees do seems that you don't trust them judgment and the trust is out of the window. Practice active listening and respond to hear them and people they feel heard. Don't jump in conclusion about anything or any people. Instead, ask questions. You never know what's going able to please everyone. But when you explain to the people and you are open like that, because some people may not like your leadership style, that not mean. But sometimes doesn't mean that it's entirely unreasonable what they feedback come. At least you learn something about perspective because we all need that. Be mindful to your words. Always be aware what you are saying and who is listening. Ask a close friend to give you honest feedback and evolve accordingly. Finally, clear misunderstanding and clear the difficult situation and how you react to this difficult situation is extremely important to understand your triggers and stressor in your life, to plan how to process your stress and disappointment in life. It's extremely important for our well-being in this time of change. I continue to stay curious frequently and take steps to learn about myself every single day. I receive criticism and I says, how can I learn from this experience? I tailor in a way the feedback in order based in their innate behavior, drivers and needs, because every single body have different DNA. Based on that, you are going to give the feedback and regularly ask others to give feedback about your action, communication, and management style. Be aware of nonverbal clues that people you work with. I am aware of my tone when I speak with others in workplace. I differ my judgment and allow others to finish their thoughts before I respond. I use behavior assessment tool to identify the strengths I have. And 360 is a review to gather honest feedback from your coworker, family, direct reports, and managers. When I make a vital decision and I write down what I expect will happen in 9 months from now, in 3 months from now, or 1 year from now, and I compare the results of my expectation I have today for the next year, it's extremely important in high performance to do this kind of steps. Apply these steps I teach today. Go back to this video and put this 30 days in a place you grow as a person and as successful leader. Speak to you tomorrow to the second day. Goodbye.